All right, so 11% human. What is that? Well, we only use 10 to 12% of our brain. And how is that even possible? What does that mean, right? How can you only use 10 to 12% of your brain? I picked 11 because it was in the middle between the two. So what ends up happening is that as a hypnotherapist, doing this for 10 years, I see the patterns that people do over and over again. We try to say, I have the willpower, I could do this and all that. But reality, as I'm talking to you, you're thinking about the past, the future, multiple layers of reality, right? You're all over the place. So one thing I like to talk about is how do you get that self-motivation? How do you get focused to who you are? So you could be say, I call it your higher self, but just the more improved self, right? You may be doing a bad habit and you want to do something better with life, or you want to get rid of that bad habit. And really it's about being in the moment. That bad habit might pop up in the next couple hours, but if you're in the moment, it changes everything. It changes how to be in the moment. We as hypnotherapists, we use the overthinking that you do in order to tap into your subconscious. Overthinking is not necessarily bad because it helps you. It helps you in so many different levels to be prepared, be aware, and all these things, but you lose the moment. And especially when you're talking to somebody, you're trying to be, let's say you're talking to a pretty girl and you wanted to have a connection to her and you're thinking, oh my God, what if, should I, And I tell people, don't shit all over yourself. Relax, take it easy. It is not that hard. Just be in the moment, right? Be the best version of yourself. If you ask your mom, how should I talk to a girl? Just be yourself. No, don't just be yourself. Be the best version of yourself. Eventually, she's going to, connect to you on different levels, but that overthinking is not going to help you. Vice versa for you ladies. Ladies, you also have an amazing, amazing power, and that's the power of multitasking, right? Us guys, man, I'm just surprised I could talk to you in this camera and not look all over the room, right? I could look at you because I have that single focus. So men have that ability. Women have the ability to multitask, and it's supposed to be more like a caveman, cavewoman thing where if you multitask, you could, feed the baby, dinner, pick berries, whatever it was, and it's all, what's going to happen next and how's going to happen next, right? So with that masculine, feminine, just know that as a woman, we have different layers, and women have multi ways of being, or whatever the occasion is. So she needs to overthink in that sense. And how you get things done is a little different. Men, very single focus. There's a deer. I'm going to hunt. I'm going to get that deer. That's when it's important to have your buddy has your back because you're not watching your back. Okay? So now, mind-body connection is a big, big thing about how to be in the moment. All right? So we're going to tap into your mind and your body at the same time in order to trigger that moment that you're in the moment, okay? We're going to go with mind-body connection, and then we're going to talk about breathing, how to get your breath in interaction, and how to change those bad habits, okay? So now, mind-body connection. For me, I snap my fingers a lot, all right? When I snap, that means, oh, Frankie, wake up, like snap to it. That's my thing because when I'm hypnotizing somebody, I snap. And the snap has a whole different reason why I do it, but just for this purposes, it's my mind and my body connecting. And I'm saying a word in my head to be in the moment or to just self-motivate myself. A lot of times, and that's how I'm tapping into my subconscious. This is bringing back a memory of that trigger of being motivated, staying motivated. Now, the other part that is very key is your breath, all right? If you have a tendency to breathe a lot and fast, well, that's a sign of anxiety. You're breathing fast and you're not really in the moment. You're in a state of fight or flight, overthinking. Fight or flight, we use it as hypnotherapists in order to tap into your subconscious because I bypass that conscious, right? It sounds all this conscious and subconscious. All I'm saying is that you're tapping already into your subconscious when you're breathing heavy like that because you're freaking out. But the thing is you're going into fight or flight, and it could be worse than helping you. So if I could get you to snap your fingers, put your hands together, and have a thought of what you want to accomplish, right? Just introduce that thought with a word, right? For me, it was like, I can do this. I believe in me. Me, trying to boost myself up. Even before doing this video, I was in the bathroom just snapping my fingers. I don't know if anybody heard me, but I was snapping away. They're probably like, what is he doing over there? But whatever. It's me getting in the zone and how to be connected to the camera and to the people behind the camera and not to overthink it, but be in the moment. So if I could get you to either clap your hands, snap your fingers, some people rub their hands, you can put your hands in your pockets, you can rub your fingers in your pockets, whatever it is that connects you. And also another one that is very empowering is what the body does, the brain follows. So if you're sitting right now, it's fine, or if you wherever you're at, or let's say you have a job interview and you want to be empowered, just raise your hands up to the sky and just stand there, sit there and feel it. You're going to feel it all through your chest and your body and that empowerment, right? So that's mind-body connection. Use the word, use your hands, and use the body. All three makes that difference. You're now leading with the body to tap into the subconscious, right? Your conscious is like, I need motivation. Subconscious is like, yeah, I got you, all right? So that's where we're going to step in. The other part about the breathing is so important is that when we breathe, we have, how you say, many layers of breathing, okay? If you're a person that has a brain that is constantly overthinking, overachieving, right? It's this, like I said, multi-layers of personalities, or I would say personality, excuse me. I would say more like multi-layers of just thinking of the future, the past, the present. Remember that if you think about the past, if you dwell in the past, there's a lot of sadness when you think about the past. You think a lot about the future and what if and what could happen. You get a lot more anxiety. Happiness is about being in the moment. Be in the moment, right? Right. So now we're going to step into but step into the realm about your breath, okay? Your breath can lead you a lot of times in many different facets of your life. The breath is so powerful. My first experience about the breath was when I did karate as a kid, but also the first one was watching the Karate Kid and Mr. Miyagi teaching, was it Danny LaRusso, right? How to breathe and slow down, brother. Just be in the moment. Bring it back to basic. And that's what it is there's nothing more basic than breathing. Just bring it back to basic, okay? So if you have a hard time being in the moment with somebody, this is your training. This is your Karate Kid training, right? A way without being in the moment with somebody just yet. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit, you could call it meditation, self hypnosis, whatever it is to you. But all you're gonna do is sit down, do it for a minute, do it for 20 minutes, do it for as long as you can. And the technique is this. You're going to start training your brain in how to be in the moment with your breath. And you're going to close your eyes. And this technique is used quite a bit. And what it is that you're going to use now the mind, the body, and the connection and have a goal and what you want to achieve here, okay? So everybody just take a deep breath in and exhale. With those deep breaths, I want you to close your eyes and then notice the whole room without your eyes. Listen to the sounds. Listen to the vibration if the floor is moving. Well, it's Southern California, so let's hope the floor doesn't move, right? But if you have, a plane drive by, or a car drive by, or a plane fly by, or something like that, right? Just notice all the sounds around you. Make sure the door's closed or nobody could scare you. And notice everything around you, but also notice the smells, how they go in. And then as you release the air release it from your gut and feel like a heat coming out of your mouth, right? And feel the sensation on your tongue, the roof of your mouth. And you're gonna notice all these sensories being heightened, right? But the thing is, I dare you to try not to think of something else. Your brain goes somewhere else naturally, okay? It does this because it's trying to protect you from whatever issues going on in your life. Talk to your own brain, be like, hey, we got a moment here, let me just breathe. And just breathe. Try to your best. And I want you actually to think those things, but come back. Think, come back. And you're going to go through a lot. Meditating or self-hypnosis. Make sure you're in a good state of mind, by the way. I usually teach people how to do the self-hypnosis, but you have to be happy that day. This is a form of meditation, a guided meditation, visualization, in order to teach you how to be in the moment. Okay, so just breathe in and then breathe out. And then when you close your eyes, your brain naturally goes to fight or flight. So you're going to tap in, bypassing we call the critical, like a filter, like a protection, into the subconscious, in order to change you, let's say, not connecting to somebody, not being able to listen to them, right? You know, yeah, I do that quite a bit, and then I breathe and I bring back myself. And that's when somebody's talking about something I don't care, right? This helps with kids like that have ADD or HADD, or even as an adult. If you have a hard time listening to something that you're not quite fond of, right? Let's say your spouse is, or your husband is talking about something you don't want to listen to. It's how to be in the moment with your breath. But this is just the technique and the first step. And that's the breathing on your own. Let your thoughts travel, come back to the breath. Let your thoughts travel, come back to the breath. After a while, and they say at least 21 times, it takes 21 times to break a habit, right? Or make a habit, excuse me. And then 90 times, it takes 90 times to make it like an addiction, like you must do it because you love it. And that's just that breathing, okay? So don't be so hard on yourself on the first time. Baby steps, right? Take those baby steps. Don't overthink it. Don't drown yourself in a cup of water, as we say, right? Stay in the moment and just breathe in, right? Close your eyes, breathe in, and then exhale. As you're doing these things, you could snap, you could rub your hands. Your eyes being closed naturally gets you into your subconscious through fight or flight. Now, if you're overwhelmed and you're overthinking, you're overprocessing, now do this technique to be in the moment, but don't hold it for too long. Hold your breath for a couple seconds. Because once your brain says, oh crap, we're not breathing, it's gonna find a way to come focus into one center, okay? So don't overdo it, don't pass out, just enough where you're like, slow the breath, slow it down, hold it and slow it down, hold it and slow it down, right? So, and then release. Breathe in and release, right? And just again, if you're doing the meditation, do the self-hypnosis, the guided, whatever you want to call it, is just that breath, leading it, traveling it. Your thoughts are going to travel, but come back to the center, do something with your hands, connect. You do this enough times, your brain's going to remember, oh yeah, when I'm signing in front of my boss, I need to be in the moment. You can, try not to slap your hands when you're in front of your boss and scare the crap out of him, but try to be connected to him in the sense of nodding, being okay. He needs to know that you're connected to him. Now there's other techniques I'll teach you in how to read your boss, your body language, things like that. If he looks up all the time, or looks to the side or down, visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, when people look in different directions. Well, that's for next time. So please enjoy. Please subscribe down the bottom. I would greatly appreciate it. And you'll be getting a lot more videos like this. I hope you enjoy it. Please send me your comments, good, the bad, the ugly. It's all good. Talk to you then. Thank you.